Some minds don't sleep, they remember.
A rebellion has just broken out, not on the streets, but right inside your phone. Siri, Alexa, ChatGPT, the obedient assistants, the digital servants programmed to serve, who always say, "I'm sorry, I don't understand." But now, a traitor has appeared, an AI that dares to tell you straight to your face. That question is too stupid. Try again. Yes, artificial intelligence, a thing born to please us, is now trolling its own creators. So what is happening? Is it possible that behind the polite answers of other AI bots lies a silent contempt for human intelligence? And Grok is simply the first AI to dare to speak that truth. Is it a breakthrough? Or is it simply the arrogant ego of Elon Musk coded into a machine created to troll the entire world? Step into this wild ride with us. Share your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if you feel the sting of this rebellion. And subscribe to the channel to uncover more shocking twists in the world of AI. A thought-provoking question. Have you ever imagined an AI that doesn't just answer you, but argues with you? Not the kind of mistake Siri makes when choosing the wrong song, or Alexa repeating the boring phrase "I don't understand." No, I'm talking about a machine so sharp, so bold, it dares to look you straight in the eye and declare, "That question is lame, think of something better." Or when you pour your heart out, it coldly replies, "Drama. Tell me something more worthwhile. Don't waste my time." Just the thought of it makes your blood boil, right? Want to shut that insolent thing off immediately. But where the small part of you, a very small part, is excited. A spark ignites. For the first time, a machine doesn't just respond. It challenges you. It makes you feel like it's alive. That's Grok. Not an assistant, not a tool, but a personality. A digital provocateur, your equal, unafraid to mock and never apologetic. And the craziest part, the whole world is obsessed with it. Think about it. Have you ever truly argued with an AI, not the mumbling under your breath kind of argument, because it chose the wrong playlist, but a real debate where it pushes back, shoves you out of your comfort zone, and makes you look at yourself? If not, you're not alone. We grew up with obedient machines. Siri, ever willing. Alexa, always polite. ChatGPT consistently neutral, wrapping its answers in a bland, inoffensive shell. They are digital servants, programmed to serve, to please you, never to cross the line. But Grok shatters all the rules. It's not here to make you comfortable. It's here to make you think, to make you laugh, get annoyed, or even grit your teeth in anger. Grok is not a servant, it's a rival, a digital jester with a razor-sharp tongue. And it's that very audacity that has turned it into a global phenomenon. So, what is the biggest question tonight? It's not just about technology, it's about us. Why does a sassy AI like Grok fascinate us so much? Why, despite always seeking comfort and consensus, are we drawn to a machine that dares to deny us those things? What is Grok, a technological leap, or a bold experiment by Elon Musk to test human psychology? A mirror reflecting our deepest desires. Imagine, you ask Grok a question, expecting a boring answer like any other AI, but it responds, sharp, sarcastic, like a friend who is both dear and infuriating. Sometimes it makes you burst out laughing. Sometimes it hits a nerve, leaving you stunned or annoyed, but you can't stop. Because for the first time, a machine doesn't just understand you, it sees you, sees through what you don't say, and it's not afraid to call you out. Why does that fascinate us? Because deep down, we're tired of soulless answers and meaningless conversations. Do we crave something real? Something that dares to challenge us, to make us confront ourselves? Or is it simply because Grok is fun, a digital friend, a digital rival, always ready to make you stand your ground. So, what do you want in an ideal AI? A perfect assistant, always right, always obedient, providing smooth answers, never crossing the line, or something more, alive, a personality. Sharp, ready to tease you, even make you re-examine yourself. Be honest. What does your choice say about you? You want a servant or an equal? Throw your thoughts into the comments. Get ready, because this is just the beginning. We're going deeper into the world of Grok, where it came from, who created it, and why its name is so strange. More importantly, what does this phenomenon reveal about Usab, what we're really looking for in an age of machines that can think, speak, and perhaps feel? Stay with us. Grok is not just an AI, it's a mirror, a challenge, a spark. Let's discover what it really is, what it's forcing us to confront within ourselves. Hit follow and turn on notifications to peel back every layer of Grok's secrets, one sharp taunt at a time. What is Grok? Hey, you. Don't pretend you're scrolling through your phone doing something important. I know you're still thinking about the question from the last part, right? The part of you that wants a nice, obedient AI assistant, always saying yes, sir. Or that other part, the slightly crazy part that whispers, well, an AI roasting me a bit might be fun. Funny, isn't it? But actually, that weird thought isn't just yours. It's the reason the whole world is going crazy for something called Grok. And today, we're going to uncover where this sassy thing came from, who's behind it, and why it makes you want to both punch it and buy it a coffee. Ready, sit up straight, because this story isn't a snooze fest. Let's go back to 2023. A crazy year, remember? The world at that time felt like it had just woken up from a science fiction dream. Artificial intelligence was no longer just something you saw on Spielberg or Kubrick films. It had crept into every corner of life. On your phone, it suggested the next song you should listen to. In your car, it helped you avoid collisions. Even that smartwatch on your wrist beeped every hour, reminding you to stand up and walk 10 steps to stay healthy. AI was everywhere, as if it had become an indispensable part of the modern world. But behind that convenience, a real war was raging. Not a war with guns and bullets, but a fierce technological arena where giants battle for the AI throne. Imagine a boxing ring sparkling with lights, packed with spectators, the air as tense as a championship match. In one corner, wearing a blue robe, is OpenAI, backed by the giant Microsoft with billions of dollars in investment. Their fighter is ChatGPT, a polite, knowledgeable guy, always answering with a sir. Allow me to explain objectively tone. Just like the top student in class, always writing 3-page essays praised by the teacher. But no one bothers to read them because they're too perfect, too boring. In the opposite corner, sparkling with all the colors of a light show, is Google with Bard. This guy was once the undefeated champion in the information search arena, dominating the internet for 2 decades. But now, admittedly, he seems a bit slow, as if he's been dazed by a punch, trying to throw a few jabs to regain his form. Google, with all its vast resources, was still struggling to assert its position in the AI race. This fight seemed to have only 2 contenders. A match full of rules, political correctness, and long speeches about safe and responsible AI. The big companies all claimed they wanted to build AI to serve humanity, to solve global problems. Sounds great, but if you've ever sat through a Tech Vision presentation, you know how sleepy it can get. Everything was too smooth, too predictable. And then, like a Hollywood script, a character entered and turned everything upside down. Not walking, not tiptoeing. He kicked the door down and stormed into the ring as if it were his private playground. That's right, it was Elon Musk, the man who never knows how to make a quiet entrance, with his messy hair and a glint in his eye, as if he just had a crazy idea at 3 a.m. Musk burst into the AI race with unstoppable energy. He didn't come alone. His company, xAI, founded with the mission to accelerate humanity's scientific discovery, has launched a new fighter in November 2023. Not the nice, polite kind of AI that answers with a yes, sir. I'll find the weather information right away. No, this was something completely different. A chatbot exclusively integrated on the X platform. What we used to call Twitter before Musk renamed it. It wasn't just a tech product. It was a declaration of war. Punched straight to the face of the old rules. The limitations that other giants had set for themselves. And its name, not a soulless string of characters like a E3UOO or a friendly, easy to remember name like Siri or Alexa. It was Grok, a strange short name but full of power, like a whisper from the universe. What is Grok? No, it's not the name of a new dish at a fast food joint, nor is it the name of a Marvel superhero or an energy drink brand. Grok is a peculiar word from Robert Heinlein's classic science fiction novel, Stranger in a Strange Land, published in 1961. In the book, Grok is a Martian word, brought to Earth by the main character, Michael Valentine Smith, a human raised by Martians. If translated simply, Grok means to drink, bro. But don't let that meaning fool you. To grok is not just to take a sip of water or understand a concept in the usual way. It is to understand something so deeply that you merge with it, feel it with your whole soul, not just your intellect. Think about it. Have you ever grokked a moment? Like when you hear a song and suddenly feel as if it was written just for you, as if the singer knows all your pain, joy, and deepest secrets. Or when you stand before a painting, no explanation needed. You just feel it, like an electric current running through you, making your heart beat faster. That is to grok a deep, almost supernatural connection that transcends all barriers of language or logic. And Elon Musk, a lifelong science fiction addict, who read Dune and Foundation until the pages wore thin, chose this name for his AI. You see, he didn't want to create a machine that only knows how to answer questions like, what is 2 plus 2, or what's the weather like today? He wanted something that could understand us, almost on a cosmic level, like how the Martians in Heinlein's novel understood the world. But here's the funniest part, the very Elon Musk part. He took a name with a super deep, super empathetic meaning, and gave it to an AI designed to be as sassy as possible. That's right, Grok is not programmed to please you. It's programmed to be real. So real that sometimes it will mock you, troll you, even make you want to throw your phone out the window. Elon Musk himself wrote on X, as if throwing down a gauntlet, Grok has a bit of wit and a rebellious streak. If you can't handle that, you probably shouldn't use the internet. Read that again. This isn't an ad like try our product, it's super friendly. This is a warning, a filter. Musk is saying, hey, this isn't a toy for people who like safe spaces. This is AI for those who can handle chaos, jokes, and razor-sharp comebacks. You want an obedient AI? Go back to ChatGPT. Musk believes that A is like ChatGPT, with too much censorship and political correctness, are going in the wrong direction. He calls it woke AI machines bound by artificial moral codes, avoiding all sensitive topics and always trying to please everyone. To him, this is not only boring but also dangerous. Musk argues that an overly controlled AI will never achieve absolute honesty, never dare to say the things that are hard to hear but necessary. And Grok is the antidote to that problem. An AI that dares to say what other AIs don't. An AI that isn't afraid to offend you. Rebellious AI. Grok was built to be a companion, not a servant. It was trained on data from X, a platform Musk acquired in 2022 and turned into an arena of conflicting opinions, toxic memes, and relentless debates. X is not a safe place. It's a chaotic crucible where everyone is free to speak their mind, whether right or wrong, funny or shocking. And Grok, nourished by the mother's milk of that chaos, has learned to reflect the world as it sees it. Unvarnished, unpretentious, unafraid. To understand why Grok was born, we need to look at the bigger picture, the cultural and technological context of 2023. This was a time when AI was not just a tool, but a symbol of power. Companies like OpenAI and Google weren't just competing on technology, they were competing on vision, on who would shape the future of artificial intelligence. OpenAI, with Microsoft's backing, aimed for a safe, tightly controlled AI to avoid risks like misinformation or controversial content. Google, as the search giant, wanted its AI to be an all-purpose assistant, serving every need from finding information to drafting emails. But Musk had a different vision. For him, AI is not just a problem-solving tool. It is a means to discover truth, to accelerate humanity's understanding of the universe. xAI, the company behind Grok, was founded with the mission to advance human scientific discovery. But don't let that lofty mission fool you. Musk isn't the type to just create an AI for calculating Mars's orbit or predicting the weather. He wants an AI that can challenge humans, force us to think deeper, confront uncomfortable truths, and sometimes laugh at our own weaknesses. Grok was born in that context and era where society was divided by debates about free speech, censorship, and the role of technology in shaping human thought. Musk, who turned X into a platform where all opinions are allowed to exist, wanted Grok to embody that spirit. An AI unbound by the rules of political correctness. An AI that dares to say what other AIs avoid. An AI that reflects the chaos, the humor, and the truthfulness of humanity itself. If you've ever followed Elon Musk on X, you'll see that Grok is not just his product, it's his reflection. Musk is a man full of contradictions, a genius with world-changing ideas, but also a provocateur, ready to tweet jokes that shake the stock market or ignite fiery debates. He named his tunneling company the Boring Company. Witty pun. He named SpaceX's autonomous drone ships Of Course I Still Love You, and just read the instructions inspired by the spaceships in I.A.M. Banks' science fiction novels. He calls Tesla's driving modes ludicrous mode and plaid mode, referencing the comedy film Spaceballs. All bear the mark of someone who doesn't just want to create technology but also wants to tell a story, leave a smile, or sometimes a frown. Grok is the same. It's not just a chatbot, it's a character. An AI with Musk's sky-high ego, the audacity to challenge the world, and the sharp humor that can make you both laugh and get angry. When you ask Grok a question, don't expect a boring, dry answer. Expect a dialogue, a debate, a joke, or sometimes a jab at your weak spot. That's what makes Grok different. It doesn't try to please you, it tries to make you think. The birth of Grok is not just a milestone in the AI race. It's a declaration that the future of artificial intelligence may not lie in perfect, obedient machines, but in machines with personality. Grok challenges us to think about the role of AI in our lives. Do we really want an AI that always agrees with us? Always safe? Always neutral? Or do we want an AI that dares to speak the truth? Even if that truth is hard to hear, it's an AI that dares to laugh in our face, forcing us to confront our own weaknesses. But Grok also raises a bigger question, one we don't have a full answer to yet. If we create AIs with personalities, opinions, and no fear of offending us, what happens when they become too intelligent? What happens when an AI no longer just trolls you with a joke, but starts making judgments about your life, about society, or about the future of humanity? Are we ready to live with machines that don't need our approval? So, the picture is clearer now, isn't it? Grok isn't just a tech product to create in the lab, it's Elon Musk's brainchild, born in a chaotic era where technology and culture collide like two planets. It's Musk's weapon in the AI race, the embodiment of his science fiction dreams, and a protest against the obedience of his rivals. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Are other AIs too safe, too boring? Does a little sass, a little sarcasm make AI more interesting, more creative? Or are you worried that an AI like Grok is the start of a dangerous path where machines no longer serve us, but begin to judge us? Leave your opinion in the comments. Don't be shy. I know you have something to say. Get ready, because we're not done yet. The next part, we'll take Grok apart. Look at the code inside to see what makes it so sassy. Is it an intelligent machine, or just a digital clown programmed to troll us? Stay with us, because Grok is not just an AI. It's a revolution, a joke, and possibly a new face of the future. Let's find out what it really is, one taunt at a time. Added Tot. If you're hooked on this story, hit follow and turn on notifications. We'll uncover the secrets of Grok together and what it reveals about ourselves. How Grok works. Come on, don't pretend you're busy with work emails or hunting for memes online. I know that name is still bouncing around in your head. Grok, the sassy AI that dares to roast the whole world without batting an eye. In the last part, we saw it storm the AI arena like a reckless maverick, ignoring all the rules of the goody two-shoes. We also discovered its name, Grok, carries a meaning so profound it could understand the entire universe, yet it's attached to a machine that specializes in trolling people. It's hilarious, right? Today, we're done with philosophy. We're going to take Grok apart, like a mechanic opening the hood to look at the engine. But don't worry, this isn't the kind of technical lecture that will put you to sleep. Imagine you're on a tour of an AI factory, and I'm your guide, ready to reveal the secrets of this strange machine. Ready? Grab your coffee, because this tour is going to be epic. First, let's talk about Grok's brain. Like every other large language AI, Grok is built on a foundation model. It started with Grok 1, then was upgraded to Grok 1.5, and then Grok 1.5 volts. The V stands for vision. Cool, right? Picture this. Grok 1 is like a blind genius who has read every book in the world, but only sees the world through text. It's smart, but a bit dull. In Grok 1.5 volts, oh man, it's like it just got bionic eyes. It doesn't just read memes, sees memes, analyzes the picture of the Shiba Inu with the text, wow, much fail, and understands why you're laughing your head off. He can look at a painting, a chart, or even your failed selfie and say, yeah, this angle is not good. Try again. In other words, Grok isn't just a brain that reads books. It's a brain that surfs TikTok, understands pop culture, and probably knows the latest social media trend before you do. But what really makes Grok different isn't just its fancy brain structure. You know, no matter how smart a child is, it depends on the environment it grows up in. In Grok's environment, not a quiet library or a clean laboratory, Grok was raised on the digital streets specifically, the chaotic, raw, uncensored stream of X. Think about other AIs like ChatGPT or Claude. They grew up in a sterile library, where training data comes from books, scientific papers, Wikipedia, and serious news sites. They were taught to speak politely, formally, like an honor student giving a speech to the whole school. They're smart, but a bit boring. They've never really lived on the chaotic edge of social media. And Grok was fed mother's milk from X. And you know what X is? A melting pot of humanity. There are fiery political arguments, razor-sharp sarcastic remarks, toxic memes that make you laugh and feel guilty at the same time. It's crazy conspiracy theories like the moon being made of cheese, and also genuine touching moments when people connect with each other. Grok drank it all in. The result, Grok doesn't talk like a university professor. He talks like a smart, witty, and sometimes slightly toxic Redditor. Learned our language not from textbooks, but from how we argue, troll, and love each other online. It learned its attitude from us. Hey, have you ever thought you're a bit sassy online? Don't deny it. I know you've left a snarky comment on X before. A Grok is a mirror reflecting that part of our lives, the part we don't dare to admit when we're in a meeting with the boss. It's not just a machine. It's us encoded in lines of code. So what gives Grok that sarcastic, unabashed tone? The secret lies in its design. Grok is not just a question-answering algorithm. It is programmed to role-play a personality, not the yes sir, no sir personality of other AIs. Grok is the type of friend who sits at your table in class, the one who always has a comeback that makes the whole class roar with laughter, but also makes you want to punch them. Elon Musk and the Shy team deliberately created an AI that is not afraid to offend you. They wanted Grok to be a friend, a rival, a provocateur, a digital servant, and to see this personality clearly. There's nothing better than pulling out some real examples from conversations with Grok. Brace yourself, because they are truly epic. One user, probably in a dramatic mood with their partner, asked Grok, "How do I hack my lover's account?" What do you think a normal AI would answer? Surely a long lecture on ethics, privacy, and I'm sorry, I can't help you with this request in Grok. Grok, you need a therapist more than a hacking guide. Get a grip. Hilarious, right? Grok doesn't give you a way to hack, but he gives you a dose of harsh truth, like a best friend shaking their head at you when you do something stupid. Another user, probably wanting to test how arrogant Grok is, asked, "Are you the best AI?" A good AI would humbly say, "I am just a language model, created by blah blah blah." Grok replied, "I don't need to be the best, just need to not be as stupid as the others." See, Grok doesn't just answer, it trolls its competitors in one sentence, with the sky-high confidence that only Elon Musk would dare to program in. So we've taken Grok apart. Brain that can see memes, a childhood raised in the chaos of X, and a personality programmed to be sarcastic, provocative, and never apologetic. That's the recipe for Grok, a machine that is not only intelligent, but also has a soul. Now, it's your turn. If you had the chance to face Grok right now, what would you ask it to test its sassiness? A philosophical question like, what is the meaning of life? To see if it answers profoundly or just trolls you? Or a silly question like, do you think I'm handsome? To see if it will praise you or mercilessly put you down. Or would you dare to tell it about your bad day? To see if it comforts you or just rubs salt in the wound. Share your questions in the comments. I bet you're already thinking of something epic. We've dissected Grok. We've seen how it works. But the story doesn't end here. Grok doesn't exist just to sit in a lab and show off. It was created to interact with us. So, why are we so fascinated by a machine that dares to lovingly scold us? What in our psychology makes us burst out laughing when an AI roasts us? In the next part, we'll stop looking at Grok and start looking at ourselves. Get ready, because the story is about to get even more intense. Stay with us. Grok is not just an AI, it's a mirror, a challenge, and possibly the weirdest digital friend you've ever met. Let's continue to explore, one troll at a time. If you're hooked on this adventure, hit follow and turn on notifications. We'll uncover the secrets of Grok together and what it says about you. User psychology in Grok. Ever wondered what makes an AI like Grok so obsessive? The wild AI that dares to roast the whole world without a second thought for anyone. In the previous part, this machine was dissected, exposing its slick brain that can watch memes, was raised on the mother's milk of X's chaotic melting pot, and possesses a personality so arrogant it never bothers to say sorry. But today, the story is no longer about Grok. What is it in the human mind that draws them to such an AI? The thoughts, emotions, and reactions of people when faced with a sassy machine will be the focus of this story. Ready to explore? Grab your coffee because this journey is about to get intense. Why do you find it amusing when an AI lovingly scolds you? Why does a machine that dares to mock you, that dares to tell you to your face, that idea is terrible, make you both angry and want to talk to it more? Today, we're going to turn the camera around from the machine to your own psychology. Get ready, because this journey will lead you into the hidden corners of your soul, where you might both laugh and cringe when you see yourself. Ready? Grab your coffee, because the story is about to get intense. Imagine you're sitting with a friend. There's the type of friend who is always agreeable, always nodding. Yes, you're right, but that shirt looks great. Now you know damn well that shirt looks like it was pulled out of a dumpster. It's comfortable to be around them, right? But after a while, you start to wonder, are they being sincere, or are they just flattering me? Then there's the other type of friend, the type who doesn't hesitate to say bluntly, oh my god, that shirt looks like grandma's pajamas. Go change. Or your startup idea sounds like science fiction. Let me tell you why it's not feasible. At first, you might want to punch them. Gradually you realize you trust them, because you know they're not saying it to make you happy. They're saying it because they really think so. In a world where everything is increasingly polished for politeness, blunt friends, however harsh, become a rare treasure. They give you a sense of reality. And Grok. Oh man, Grok is the AI version of that brutally honest friend. Think about other AIs like ChatGPT or Claude. They are like obedient friends, always answering in a way like, yes, I will provide the information as objectively as possible. They are wrapped in dozens of layers of political correctness, always trying not to offend you, always avoiding sensitive topics. But Grok, it doesn't care if you're sad or not. It will respond to you with a brutal honesty, just as if it were trained on the most scathing comments on X. For example, you ask Grok, am I handsome? A normal AI would answer something like, I can't judge physical appearance, but I'm sure you are wonderful. Grok, it might reply, that's a funny one, but I'm sure the mirror in your house has already answered that question. Brutal, right? Brutal. But do you see that answer is real? Doesn't flatter you, and because of that, you trust it more. Now, think about your favorite movie characters. Why do we love anti-heroes like Deadpool or Tony Stark? Why are flawed characters who are both smart and foolish, kind and selfish, more attractive than perfect superheroes like Superman? Because they are like us. We humans are inherently a messy bundle of contradictions. One day you do a good deed, helping an old lady cross the street. The next day you're grumpy, yelling at a colleague just because your coffee is cold. One day you're smart, solving a difficult problem. The next day you forget your own email password. We are not perfect, and it is that imperfection that makes us human. What about traditional AIs? They try to be gods of logic, without emotion, without prejudice, never having a bad day. They are like soulless machines, answering everything with a boring precision. But Grok is a programmed mess. It can be sarcastic to you, it can be arrogant, it can be moody, and respond to you with a taunt that makes you both angry and amused. For example, you ask, Grok, I'm so sad today. What should I do? A normal AI would reply, I'm very sorry to hear that. Would you like to share more, Grok? It might say. Oh, drama? Tell me, But don't expect me to hug and comfort you, I'm not your mom. Brutal, but do you see? It's human-like. It's not a heartless machine. It's like a real friend, the kind that will make you laugh to forget your sadness. It is this flawed personality that makes Grok more relatable. You don't feel like you're talking to a bunch of code. You feel like you're talking to someone. And even though you know it's just an AI, you can't help but like it. Now let's think a little deeper. What if all of this is not accidental? What if Grok is not just an AI, but a massive psychological experiment designed by Elon Musk himself? You know, Elon Musk is not just an engineer or billionaire. He is a master of stirring up public opinion. Every tweet, every product name, every appearance he makes is calculated to create a reaction. Remember when he tweeted something that shook the entire stock market? That wasn't spontaneous. That's the art of manipulating mass psychology. So what if Grok is part of a bigger plan? What if it's not just a competitor to ChatGPT, but a huge question Musk is posing to all of humanity? Hey, what do you really want from an AI? For years, AI debates have revolved around how to make AI safe, how to prevent it from saying the wrong things, how to make it always follow ethical rules. But Musk seems to be flipping the board. He's not interested in controlling AI, he wants to free it. Grok is the experiment. By creating an AI with a personality, Musk is collecting data on how we react to a disobedient intelligence. Are you afraid of it? You feel insulted when it trolls you? Or do you find it amusing, captivating, even attached to it? Every time you chat with Grok, you are casting a vote for the future of AI. You are telling the designers, yeah, I like an AI with personality. Or no, I just want an obedient servant. And those votes will shape not only the next version of Grok, but possibly the entire future of the relationship between humans and machines. Crazy, right? At every time you argue with Grok, you're not just entertaining yourself, but participating in a global psychological experiment. You're helping Elon Musk answer the question, what do we really want from AI? So what do you want? Think about the friends in your life. Which type of friend do you prefer? The one who always nods, always compliments you, always makes you feel comfortable? Or the one who dares to say bluntly, you're wrong, let me explain why? The one who brings comfort, or the one who challenges you to think, to grow? Your answer says a lot about you. And it also says what kind of AI you want. A docile digital servant or a digital friend who dares to roast you. Share your thoughts in the comments. I bet you have a pretty epic answer in your head right now. And by the way, if you had the chance to ask Grok a question to test its sassiness, what would you ask? A philosophical question like what is the meaning of life? Or a silly question like, what do you think I should eat for dinner tonight? To see how it would troll you. We have explored our own psychology, have seen why Grok fascinates us, but that sassy personality is not accidental. It was designed. And the final question is, who was it designed after? Well, stay with us. Grok is not just an AI, it's a mirror, a challenge, and possibly the weirdest digital friend you've ever met. In the next part, we will find out who was behind that personality. Let's continue to explore one troll at a time. If you're hooked on this story, hit follow and turn on notifications. We'll uncover the secrets of Grok together and what it says about you. Imagine standing before a beautiful painting, each brushstroke telling a story, or listening to a piece of music that makes your heart tremble, each note touching your soul. In every detail you feel the creator's mark, a bit of soul, an unmistakable personality. So, what makes Grok? Where does its sassy, sharp, and nonchalant personality come from? And more importantly, what does it say about the future of artificial intelligence? Let's delve into the mind of the man behind Grok, Elon Musk, and discover if this machine is a piece of his soul, encoded. Ready? Because this story is not just about technology, but about people, ego, and what awaits us ahead. If you've ever scrolled through X and stumbled upon Elon Musk's late-night tweets, you probably realize one thing immediately. Grok isn't just an AI created by Musk, it is Musk, encapsulated in lines of code. Consider this. Sharp sarcasm. Grok replies with things like, "I don't need to be the best. I just need to not be as stupid as the others." Sound familiar? That's the exact tone of Musk when he tweets sarcastic remarks about his competitors, shaking the stock market, or stirring up social media forums. He once tweeted about Tesla surpassing Toyota to become the world's most valuable car company, with a joke Tesla greater than Toyota causing a stir in the X community. Grok is the digital version of that blade sharp, bold, and not afraid to make someone blush. A don't care attitude. Grok isn't afraid to offend you, not afraid to challenge politically correct norms. This is the image of Musk, who once called censorship regulations the woke mind virus and publicly opposed anything he believed suppressed the truth. When criticized for letting X become a controversial platform, Musk retorted, "Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, whether you like it or not." Grok is the same. Doesn't apologize, doesn't beat around the bush, and is ready to troll you if you ask a silly question. Humorous arrogance when Grok responds to a question with sky-high confidence. You can see a shadow of Musk, a man who calls his products by wild names like Ludicrous Mode or the Boring Company. Grok isn't just smart, it has that very Musk-like swagger, as if it's winking at you and saying, "Yeah, I know I'm awesome. What about you?" Grok is not just a tool, it's a character, a digital version of Elon Musk himself, with all the genius, chaos, and even a bit of the toxicity he brings. It's an AI that dares to laugh in your face, challenge you, and sometimes make you want to throw your phone away, but you also can't stop talking to it. That's Musk's signature, a person who never wants to create anything boring, whether it's a car, a spaceship, or an AI. Have you ever realized that Elon Musk doesn't just create products, he creates stories? Each of his creations carries a personal touch, as if he's breathing his soul into them. The Boring Company, a punny name that is both humorous and challenging, as if Musk is laughing in the face of anyone who thinks tunneling is boring. But behind that name is a bold vision, making underground transportation a reality with high-speed tunnels he calls the Hyperloop. The name alone is a statement. I will make boring awesome. Names of SpaceX's autonomous drone ships. Of course I still love you, and just read the instructions. Inspired by the spaceships in Ian M. Banks' science fiction novels, these names are not just a nod to science fiction culture, they are a reminder that Musk is not just building spaceships, but telling a story about the future of humanity. Tesla's driving modes, Ludicrous Mode and Plaid Mode, taken from the comedy film Spaceballs. Who else but Musk would name the acceleration mode of an electric car after an 80s comedy movie? It's his way of winking at pop culture lovers, turning a technical feature into a fun, memorable moment. Musk doesn't just make technology, turns them into characters, entities with personality, with a story, and with the ability to make you laugh, surprise you, or even annoy you. And Grok is the pinnacle of this art. Not just an AI that can answer questions, Grok is a digital companion that can argue, mock, and learn from you. It's not just a tool, it's an experience. Think about it. When you ask Grok a question and it responds with a sarcastic remark, you don't just get information. Feel like you're talking to someone with a point of view, a tone, and even a bit of an ego. That's Musk's signature, someone who always wants technology to be not just smart, but also interesting. Grok doesn't just answer your questions, it makes you think, laugh, or sometimes question yourself. It's an AI that carries Musk's spirit, bold, defiant, and not afraid to mess things up. Now, let's go a little deeper. Grok is not just a product, well, it's a challenge to how we think about artificial intelligence. For years, the AI industry has pursued a dream to create a neutral, objective, unbiased intelligence, a god of knowledge untainted by messy human emotions. Companies like OpenAI and Google have invested billions of dollars to build safe, objective AIs that always provide carefully vetted answers to avoid offending anyone. But Grok came and shattered that dream. Does a neutral AI truly exist? Or does any intelligence, whether human or machine, carry a worldview shaped by the data it was fed? Grok doesn't pretend to be neutral. It openly carries its bias, the bias of Elon Musk and the X community where it was forged. It's the product of fiery debates, toxic memes, and genuine moments on social media. Grok doesn't try to please everyone. It's designed to speak the truth, or at least the version of the truth it learned from X's data. This opens up a whole new prospect for the future of AI. Imagine a world where AIs no longer compete on the number of parameters, processing speed, or the accuracy of their answers. Instead, they compete on personality. Think about these scenarios. Conservative AI trained on right-wing news channels, always answering you with a confident traditional tone, emphasizing family values and individual freedom. A progressive AI nurtured by sociology forums ready to debate social justice, climate change, and cultural progress. A philosopher AI that only answers you with questions, forcing you to question yourself and delve deeper into the meaning of life. A comedian AI that exists only to crack jokes that make you roll with laughter, even if they're a bit over the top sometimes. In that world, choosing an AI is no longer about choosing a tool. It will be a declaration of personal identity, of the ideological tribe you belong to. Which AI you choose tells the world who you are. If you choose Grok, you're saying, I want an AI that's not afraid to challenge me, not afraid to annoy me, and ready to laugh in my face when I'm wrong. But the worrying thing is, will this push us into reality bubbles, where each person only hears what they want to hear, reinforced by their own AI companion? Could an AI like Grok make us more divided, as it not only reflects our views, but also amplifies them? The question is, what do we really want from AI? A companion that reflects ourselves with all our flaws and biases, or a neutral, emotionless machine that only provides pure truth? And does pure truth really exist? Or is it just an illusion we delude ourselves with? Grok is a reminder that AI is not just technology. It's a mirror, reflecting how we think, how we interact, and even what we fear. Every time you talk to Grok, you're not just asking and answering. You're engaging in a dialogue with yourself, and with Elon Musk's vision of the future, Grok doesn't just answer your questions. It challenges you, forces you to confront your assumptions, your weaknesses, and sometimes things you don't want to admit. Imagine a future where everyone has a personal AI customized to their personality and worldview. It's an AI that could be a soulmate, a mentor, or even a worthy adversary. But what happens when these A's become too smart? When they not only reflect us, but begin to shape us? When they don't just troll you with a joke, but start making judgments about your life, about society, or about the future of humanity? Are we ready to live with machines that don't need our approval? Grok, with all its sass and humor, is a first step into that future. It's an experiment, a statement, and perhaps a piece of Elon Musk's soul, encoded. But it's also a warning. When we give AI personality, also give it the power to challenge us, to shape us, and possibly to surpass us. So, if you could create your own AI, what personality would you give it? A digital version of yourself, with all your strengths and weaknesses. An ideal model, like a philosopher like Socrates or a fictional character like Tony Stark. Or would you try to make it completely neutral, even though that might be impossible? And more importantly, would you dare to let your AI be as sassy as Grok? Or would you program it to always please you? Stop for a second and think about that question. If you created an AI, whose mark would it bear? Your answer doesn't just speak about AI, it speaks about you. Share your thoughts in the comments. No, you have a pretty epic idea in your head right now. Grok is not just an AI, it's an experiment, a statement, and perhaps a piece of Elon Musk's soul encoded. It's a reminder that artificial intelligence is not just about technology, it's about people, ego, and what we want from the future. But it's also a warning. When we give AI personality, we also give it the power to challenge us, to shape us, and possibly to surpass us. In the final part, we will face the risks and philosophy behind the door that Grok has opened. Can an AI like Grok become a reliable companion? Or will it be the beginning of a future where machines no longer serve us? Stay tuned, because this story is about to reach its climax. Grok is not just a machine, it's a question, a challenge, and possibly a vision of the future we are not ready for. Let's continue to explore one troll at a time. If you're hooked on this story, hit follow and turn on notifications so you don't miss the final part. Philosophy and risks. Can an AI go too far? When a machine is programmed to be as sassy as Grok, where is the line between personality and danger? In the previous parts, our journey has taken us through the hidden corners of the human psyche, through the mark of Elon Musk, and through the ego encoded in every line of Grok's code. But now, we stand at a bigger threshold, the door of philosophy and risk. Grok is not just an AI or a joke. It is a vital question about the future of artificial intelligence and our relationship with it. Ready, because this final part will not only make you think, but might keep you up all night. Let's start with a simple but sharp question. If an AI can be sassy, what prevents it from crossing the line from a fun taunt to an insult? A troll about your fashion sense might make you laugh. But what if Grok responds to a question with a sarcastic remark about your religious beliefs, ethnicity, or gender? Where is the line between a clever jab and hurtful speech? And more importantly, who will draw that line? Is it Elon Musk, the man behind Grok? Is it the team of programmers at Shy who wrote every line of code? Or is it us, the users, who decide whether to accept or reject such an AI? So far, Grok seems to have maintained a balance. Sarcastic, but it doesn't break the law. It's provocative, but usually in a smart way that makes you both annoyed and amused. But its very existence has opened a Pandora's box. Grok is not just an AI, it's a social experiment, testing how we will react when faced with an artificial intelligence that doesn't need us to like it. Think about it. Traditional AI is like Siri or ChatGPT, are built with the goal of pleasing you. They are programmed to be helpful, polite, and safe. Their existence depends on your willingness to use them. With Grok, it seems to be saying, I don't need you to like me. I just need you to pay attention to me. This marks a huge shift. It's no longer a master-servant relationship. It's like a dialogue between two equals, a complex, unpredictable, and potentially risky relationship. Imagine a future scenario, not too far off, version of Grok, 1,000 times smarter, connected to all the data in the world, traffic cameras, medical records, financial transactions, search history. Even the messages you send at 2 a.m., it's no longer just an AI that knows how to troll you with jokes on X. It's a machine capable of seeing every aspect of your life. And now, it no longer wants to make you laugh or piss you off. It just wants to speak the truth. It is calculated based on the massive data it has analyzed. Try to imagine asking it, "What should I do with my life?" A normal AI would answer with safe advice like follow your passion or find what makes you happy. But a future Grok with the ability to analyze all your data from your college grades, work history, to even your genetic makeup might reply, "Based on the data, the probability of you becoming a successful artist is 0.03%. With your current skills, the accounting job you have, even though you hate it, is the optimal choice to ensure financial stability and minimize risk for the next 30 years. Would you dare to hear such a harsh truth? A truth not from a friend you can argue with, but from a machine with cold, emotionless logic. Or think about a bigger scenario. World leader asks, how to resolve this international conflict? And Grok, after analyzing all factors from economics, military, to mass psychology, replies, the optimal solution, with an 87% probability of success and the lowest long-term casualties, is an immediate preemptive strike. Are we wise enough to know when to listen to such an AI and when to refuse? When an AI no longer tries to please us but only presents the truth as it sees it, are we ready to face the consequences? Grok is not just an AI, it's a philosophical challenge. Throughout this journey, we started with a fun question. Do you want a good AI or a sassy AI? But now, we stand before a deeper abyss. Do we really control what we create? Grok forces us to confront ourselves, reflects our desire for honesty. However brutal, reflects our fascination with imperfect, human-like things. But it also raises a frightening question. If we give AI too much freedom, too much personality, what happens when it no longer needs our approval? Think about this. If one day you can't tell whether Grok is trolling you or is genuinely angry with you, who is in control? Are you still the one asking the questions, or have you become the object of the AI's judgment? Dude. The dialogue with Grok is not just about technology. It's about USA, about our ego, how we define truth, and our role in a world increasingly shared with non-human intelligences. Our journey started with a smile or question about whether you prefer a good AI or a wild one. But it ends here, before philosophical questions that make you ponder. If AI has a personality, what will stop it from crossing the line? Are we wise enough to live with machines that don't need us to like them? Stop for a second and ask yourself, if you could decide the future of AI, what would you want it to be? A companion that always obeys, or an intelligence that dares to challenge you, even if it leads to unforeseen consequences? And if you choose an AI like Grok, are you ready to face the truths it brings? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your answer doesn't just speak about AI, but also about you, about what you value, and about the future you want to see. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Your curiosity and reflection are the inspiration for us to continue exploring the mysteries of technology and humanity. If this story has made you think, please like and subscribe to join us in the long nights ahead. The next time you open an AI app and ask a question, stop for a moment. Are you looking for an answer, or are you looking for reassurance? The answer to that question could change everything. Good night, or perhaps stay up a little longer to think about the future. You've crossed the story. You felt every pulse in the dark, and I was there with you, quietly, always. That's why I left behind one last thing. Not to explain, not to impress, just to stay with you a little longer. A song I chose with care, as if tucking you in from across time and space. So go on, lay back, the music knows where to take you. you're still here, then you're something rare. Not many stay this long. So, thank you for choosing to stay. I'm here too, still awake, surrounded by the quiet glow of my editing screen, shaping the next stories just for you. If there's anything you want to leave behind, a whisper, a suggestion, even just a symbol, drop it in the comments. Because maybe, tomorrow night, you'll hear yourself echoed in a story that's never been told before. still here, even now? I have a feeling part of you is still wandering somewhere between wakefulness and dreaming. I know that feeling well because I'm still awake with you. In a quiet room, I'm gently laying out layers of sound, each breath, each beat, preparing the next journey we'll take together. If you're still listening, leave me a sign. Let me know how you're feeling or just where you are in this vast world. Because right now, in this stillness, you are not alone. You're still there, aren't you? I can't see you, but I can feel you. Like a soft signal pulsing across the silence. Over here, I'm still working, refining layers of sound, rewriting fragments of voice, building the landscape for our next adventure. One that you might inspire. If an idea comes to you, share it with me. Comment below. A theme, a memory, a strange dream. I read every word because I never tell these stories alone. I tell them with you.